Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. This is Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video we shall have a discussion of the third semester BCA BSc Generic English March April 2023 examination question paper under Bangalore City University under BCU. So let's begin it. The section A consists of questions from the play The Life of Galileo and the five speeches. And here the first question you have here, answer any two of the following questions in a page, and these questions will be asked from the question from the play The Life of Galileo, and each question has the weightage of 5 marks. So out of the three questions you are going to select here two questions. Question number 1: why does Ludovico refuse to marry Virginia? Ludovico refuses to marry Galileo's daughter Virginia because of Galileo's theories about the universe. Ludovicus was forbidden to marry Virginia because if the daughter of a bad man sat in his family pew, his peasants might stop paying the rent. Ludovicus' family would not be able to capitalize on the work of the peasants or the farmers if they doubted the landlords. Ludovico breaks off the engagement when Galileo starts his research again, and Virginia resents her father for it. When Cardinal Barberini, a man of the Enlightenment, becomes Pope, Galileo hopes that the Church will change its position, but Barberini, the new Pope Urban VIII, is pressured to censure the scientist. Question number 2: write a short note on the character of Entry. Entry is the young son of Mrs. Sati and a student of Galileo Galilei. Quick-witted and precocious, Entry likes to question things, and he even becomes something of a teacher himself when he attempts to explain Copernicus' to his mother. Andrew is the first to point out to Galileo when something he has said does not make sense, or when a teaching method he has used does not really work. In this way, he shares the older man's willingness to question authority. When he ages, Andrew becomes increasingly invested in Galileo's work and is disgusted by Galileo's decision to recant his research under threat of torture by the Inquisition. Still, Andrew remains loyal to Galileo and ultimately helps him to publish his final book. Question number 3: in the play Life of Galileo, which is the nobler act, either its recantation or death? So, Life of Galileo is a play written by German dramatist Bertolt Brecht, depicting the career of the great Italian philosopher Galileo, who was who was tired by by the Roman Church for his scientific discoveries. Galileo was living in a period where the church was dominant and people were blindly following their ideologies, and his scientific discoveries had the potential to show the dawn of the new age. In the play, the church is afraid that his radical discovery would change the world order. Through his presentation of the character of Galileo and his story of recantation, Brecht wanted his audience to question the totalitarianism. Totalitarianism. The irony is that the playwright desires to change the world, and Galileo betrays his people by admitting that the church is right to avoid his trial. Brecht tried to convey that Galileo's recantation delayed scientific development for decades. He believed that questioning is important in improving the human social condition. His characterization of Galileo's character was in such a way that he is a revolutionary, at the same time revealed his weakness to make his audience think and draw conclusions about the play. Brecht experienced a similar situation as Galileo when Hitler came into power in 1933 and he went into exile. His works were all banned in Germany, and he kept on writing amidst at the challenges. The playwright wanted to educate his audience through arguments and questioning in his play, which is very much evident in Life of Galileo. Brecht does not forgive him for his betrayal with his recantation. Now we have 10 marks questions, and out of three 10 marks questions, you need to attempt one. And the question number one, sketch the character of Galileo. Galileo, the protagonist of the title character of Life of Pi, is a lecturer at Padua University where he specializes in using mathematics to prove astronomical models. Galileo is a robust man, full of energy, endowed with a contrarian nature. He is also talented and engaging teacher with a knack for making complicated topics easy to understand. Though he is a devout Catholic, Galileo likes to question things, which makes him a problem for the Catholic Church. The primary object of his questioning is the Aristotelian model, a centuries old doctrine that says that Earth exists at the center of the universe. Earth exists at the center of the universe. Galileo instead holds to Copernicus' model, which places the sun at the center of the solar system with the earth revolving around it. As the story unfolds, Galileo finds himself able to prove unequivocally that Copernicus was right, but he faces the difficult task of convincing the church that centuries of religious teachings were wrong. As the protagonist of the play, Galileo strives to prove a Galileo strives to prove a heliocentric system of astronomy. This theory claims that the Earth and the other planets revolve around the sun. At the time, the commonly held belief, upheld by the government as well as the Christian Bible, was that everything, including the sun and the moon, revolved around the earth as the center of the universe. Galileo tries to prove his hypothesis despite opposition from the Church and the Inquisition. He also takes the idea of the telescope, which Ludovico makes him aware of, and presents it to the Republic of Venice. Galileo eventually recants everything he has ever said, which disappoints and angers his dedicated and loyal followers, choosing life or martyrdom. However, when Henry comes to visit, he reveals that he has secretly been writing his theories in his Discorsi, which proves to his protege that he has always put science first. Galileo puts his trust in reason and tirelessly works on behalf of finding the truth. He believes in the importance of doubt over faith, the scientific impulse to try and understand the world using critical eye. He's also a man of pleasure, enjoying the finer things in life, like a nice apartment and fine wines. Question number two for 10 marks. Explain. People believed the sun and all the other stars of the heaven rotate around mankind with reference to the play The Life of Galileo. With the help of Dutch invention, the telescope, the central character Galileo finds evidence to support the Copernican system. Galileo wants to share his knowledge but does not recognize or refuse to acknowledge how this might affect the teachings and the authority of the Catholic Church, a powerful institution and indeed the ideological arm of the ruling class. Despite warnings to the contrary, Galileo goes to Florence and thence to Rome to share his discoveries and to secure funding for further research. Although the church representatives at the Collegium Romanum, the apex of the Jesuit education, agree that Galileo is right in his observations, They do not wish this to become public knowledge. Galileo agrees to research less threatening propositions and does not publicize his findings about the system of the universe. When a mathematician is made pope, Galileo optimistically believes that his discoveries will now be welcomed. He publishes dialogue concerning the two chief world systems, but things do not turn out as Galileo imagines, and the church gives him a choice: face torture or recant. The Cardinal Inquisitor has merely to show Galileo the torture instruments to induce him to make a public statement rejecting his earlier theories. However, without church knowledge, while under house arrest, he secretly copies his research so that it can be circulated among the scientific community. When his former student Henry comes to visit, Galileo gives him the discorsi to smuggle out of the country. This is how Galileo, in spite of all other rules and regulation, he explores and he brings his research to the notice of everybody in spite of the religious tyranny or in spite of the religious rules regulations. Question number three for 10 marks. The play Life of Galileo symbolizes that those who are in the pursuit of scientific knowledge will continue the research despite any restrictions imposed by the ruling power. So, answer could be similar as per the previous answer, also. Even though I have tried to bring up a summary here to fit to this question's answer, Life of Galileo in the life of Galileo, Bertolt Brecht depicts the conflict between new age about to dawn and an older way of life. Galileo embodies the spirit of the new age of science with the scientific, while the scientific community of his time and the Roman Catholic Church represent the earlier period. The question is one of the authority and power. The established centers refuse to accept a novel way of thought, which they find threatening. Truth is often sidelined in such power struggles. In the case of Brecht's Life of Galileo, at the top stands the Roman Catholic Church, an institution of religion struggling to find foothold in a changing world. Historiography of Galileo's time shows that post the Renaissance period, innovations in science were a challenge to the established teachings of the Church. One such discovery was Copernicus' heliocentric model, supported later by afterwards by Galileo. The church and the scientific community of Galileo's time privileged Aristotle's model in which the other planets and the sun circled the earth. Galileo, through his telescope, found proof for Copernicus' heliocentric model, where all the planets, including the Earth, revolved around the Sun, disproving the accepted Earth centered model. The scientific community was reluctant to accept the new model, and the church found the heliocentric model as a threat to its stability, while Galileo celebrates the coronation of a mathematician as a pope. The structure of power requires that Pope Urban becomes a symbol beyond the individual. He is the symbol of the institution of Roman Catholic Church and is at once empowered and weakened by this. Galileo keeps silent after his first encounter with the Inquisition of 1616, but 8 years later, the enthronement of a mathematician pope, Pope Urban VIII, encourages him to pursue the heliocentric theory again. So this is how I have tried to solve the questions from the play The Life of Galileo, and in the description box you can also see the link of the summary of the play. So go through the link of the summary. You can watch my video on the summary of the play Life of Galileo. Now we are going to have a discussion of the questions from the speeches. So you need to answer out of the three questions from the five speeches. You need to opt here two questions each for 5 marks. How did Malala express her gratitude towards her parents? Malala Yousafzai is a Pakistani education advocate who, at the age of 17 in 2014, became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize after surviving an assassination attempt by the Taliban. Yousafzai became an advocate for the girls' education when she herself was still a child, which resulted in the Taliban issuing a death threat against her. On October 9, 2012, a gunman shot Yousafzai when she was traveling home from school. She survived and has continued to speak out on the importance of education. In 2013, she gave a speech to the United Nations and published her first book, I Am Malala. And the given text is the speech that Malala delivered on receiving the Nobel Peace Prize in 2014. And she says, while receiving the Nobel Peace Prize, speaking about her parents, she said, I would like to thank my parents for the unconditional love. Thank you to my father for not clipping my wings and for letting me fly. Thank you to my mother for inspiring me to be patient and also to always speak the truth. This is how Malala has expressed her gratitude towards her parents in her speech. How are APJ question number two? How are APJ Abdul Kalam's views on the vision for failure? I'm sorry. How are APJ Abdul Kalam's views on the vision for future Indians conveyed in his speech? This speech by APJ Abdul Kalam was delivered by former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, on 25th May 2011 at IIT Hyderabad, India. Dr. Kalam mentions three visions for India. He believes that India got its first vision of this in 1857 when we started the War of Independence. It is this freedom we must protect and nurture and build on. If we are not free, no one will respect us. Speaking on his second vision, Dr. Kalam further mentions that we have 10% growth rate in most areas. Our poverty levels are falling. Our achievements are being globally recognized today, yet we lack the self confidence to see ourselves as a developed nation, a self reliant and a self assured nation. So he mentions his second vision for India as development. He says that for 50 years we have been a developing nation. It's time that we see ourselves as a developed nation. We are among top 5 nations in the world in terms of GDP. Further, Dr. Kalam mentions his third vision for India, and that is India must stand up to the world. He believes that until India stands up to the world, no one will respect us. Only strength respects strength. We must be strong not only as a military power but also as an economic power. Both must go hand in hand. These are the views of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam about the vision of future India. Question number three. For this land is sacred to us. Explain this with reference to Chief Seattle's speech. Chief Seattle said that the earth is sacred to his people because the sap that courses through the trees are the experiences and the memories of the red men. The water that moves in the streams is the blood of his ancestors. The reflections in the water tell the events of the life of his people. The murmur of the water is the voice of his forefathers. The ground beneath the feet is the ashes of his forefathers, and the earth is their mother. They respected and they worshipped earth. He also further comments the white men's dead forget the country of the birth when they go to walk among the stars. Our dead people never forget this beautiful earth because it is the mother of the red man. We are part of the earth and it is part of us. The perfumed flowers are our sisters, the bee, the horse, the great eagle, these are our brothers. The rocky crest, the juices in the meadows, the body heat of the pony and the men all belong to the same family. That's the reason that Chief Seattle says that this land is sacred to us? So these are the three questions from speech, and this is how I have solved here. 40 marks questions in the part A, and all the videos links can be seen in the description box. You can go to the playlist, third sem BCU, third semester BSc BCA Generic English. You'll get all the lessons, grammar, all the lessons videos, as well as the this year's last year's question paper and the model question paper discussion also. So now, moving to the section B, that is 20 marks, very practical. Here you have to use a lot of creativity. My answers are just a sample answer. You can do better than me. Then let's see the question number one. Prepare 5 PowerPoint presentation slides on any of the topics. So you have here 2 topics. You will be given social media or music. Any one topic you can opt. So I have taken here social media. So like this, you have to prepare about 5 to 6 slides. And while preparing the slides, you have to keep in the mind that better you draw something, make it more elegant, more decorative. Use the color pencil. Color pencil is also allowed. You can use it, color pencil, decorate it, and draw some more elegant images. So you can pause the video and you can go through the slides. That's going to help you a lot. Then this is how you are going to prepare the PowerPoint presentation slides manually in the examination. Different types of social media, then how to use social media safely. So use more pictorial images, design more images so that you can get 5 out of 5 marks. So this is for the 5 marks question. Next, the paragraph writing. Here, you need to select any one question to develop a paragraph, and the weightage is here 5 marks. And out of the 3 questions, you have here descriptive, comparative, and demonstrative paragraph. So write a descriptive paragraph on trekking to Chandragiri Hills. Write a comparative paragraph on solo and group journeys. Write a paragraph on use and abuses of mobile phones. Spelling error. Kindly just notice it. There's a spelling error here. So like this, you can pause the video, you can go through the content. So the first answer is here, trekking to Chandragiri Hills. You need to start with the introduction and the content and the conclusion. Give a title to your passage, to your paragraph, you will get marks. And then the second question, solo and group journey. You can pause the video and go through the content. Then the third one, uses and abuses of mobile phones. So any one paragraph you can you can draft here, and writing any paragraph has 3 important component. One is here title you need to give, second the topic sentence, and the third one is here the content, and the fourth one you need to give a conclusion. The next question, another 5 marks question. Here 3 letters will be given. You have a topic business correspondence. I already done a video on this topic. You can go through the description box or the playlist. Now out of 3 letters you need to select one letter and you need to draft a letter. So let's discuss here. Rajat Computers Incorporation Bangalore request you to allow 30 days extra time for executing the order due to some technical issues. Draft a reply. So you got a request that Rajat Computers, they want another 30 more days to send the computers. So that what reply will you give? So here, lingua lab center, sender's address, then date, then receiver's address. Rajat, you are writing reply to Rajat Computers. Dear sir, madam, reply to the letter dated 22nd January 2024. With reference to your letter dated 22nd January 2024, we understand that you are unable to dispatch 30 computers ordered by us in time due to mentioned technical issues, but this delay might affect our scheduled program as we are about to expand a branch in Hyderabad. We request you to arrange minimum 10 computers on the day of inauguration. The remaining computers can be dispatched according to your schedule. Kindly do the needful. Thank you. Sorry, it should be not thanks you. Thank you. THANK. Please do correct. Yours truly, Manager Lingua Lab Private Limited. So make your letter more simple, precise, and to the point. Please follow this order. Sender's address, date, receiver's address, salutation, subject, body of the letter, thanking note, thank you. Please do correct the spelling error. It is thank you, not thanks you. Yours truly. Second question. Write a complaint letter to Malvik Electricals, BVK Iyengar Road, Bangalore, for sending 35 desktops instead of 50. So you got 35, you got it instead of 50. So again, Sri Tech House, there's a sender, date, receiver, subject, dear sir madam, then letter of complaint. With reference to your order number dated, we had ordered 50 desktops. While opening the consignment, we found 25 desktops instead of 50. It has affected our further business, and we have managed remaining 25 desktops from other party at a higher price. We kindly request you to dispatch the remaining 25 desktops in 7 days, bearing the transportation charges at your own. We hope such mistakes would not happen in future. So that's a reply to the complaint. Thank you. Yours truly. Third one is your sales letter, the most tough and the most easier. I would say sales letter are nothing. They are just like a promotion letter. So you are going to promote your sports shoes here. So draft a sales letter about shoes, specially designed for sportsmen. So here, sender, dear all, we don't remember the names and the faces of our customers. It is so because they are legion. Moreover, once they purchase our shoes, they don't need the others for the next two years. Money sports shoes manufactured by us are durable, soft, and comfortable. Wear them throughout the day but never feel fatigued. So soft and comfortable. Money are also so light that you may walk along with for miles continuously. Money sports shoes are available in several varieties, qualities, sizes, color, makes, pure leather, artificial leather, rubber, PVC shoes at reasonable prices are always in our stock. Then, so this is how you can draft the sales letter are very persuasive letter, convincing letter, and it's like you are doing a marketing. So it's very easy to construct or the draft the sales letter. You can give a lot of offers, discounts, festive season sale, etc. You can mention. So like this, out of the three questions, three letter writing, you need to opt here one letter writing. Now the last question you have here: answer any one of the following questions using the details given here, spelling error, details given here. Here this is about commercial writing, each for 5 marks. So as the head of the student council, prepare a poster on the inauguration of cybernetic science club in your college. So you are going to prepare a poster here. So while preparing the poster, remember the your college name, your company name, and which event you are going to conduct and the name of the event, and draw some images. Mention time, date, venue, invitees, or any special feature is here you do mention. So again, I mentioned that for this section creativity differs. You can be more creative than I have done it. The next question you have here, you need to draft an advertisement for a newspaper. Tanai, a student of MCA, St. Alvas College, Bangalore, is interested in starting certification courses. So, like you can mention St. Alvas College, New Delhi, or Bangalore, commencing certification course in Java, C++. For more details, contact Tanmay, email ID. Seats are limited, and you can also make some sort of poster here in your advertisement. So I have already done a video on the commercial writing, advertisement writing. You can go through the link. Then the last one, the most tough, which many students they feel difficulty, but I would say it's very easy. Draft a manual for washing machine. So you can design the washing machine, you can draw the washing machine, and you need to mention the manual means to say manual has so many meanings. Manual could be instruction manual also, manual could be operating manual also, manual could be the descriptive as well. So depends on washing machine. So here we have mentioned here instructional manual, how to use it. So press start button, select load type, choose wash or rinse temperature, open the drawer located to the left of the dials. Then the machine will process the load sensor, and then start automatically. Please leave the door open. So like this you can mention here. So please do go through my videos on product manual writing. Links, all the chapters links are given in the description box. And this is how I have tried to solve the question paper of BCU third semester BSc BCA Generic English under BCU Bangalore City University March April 2023 question paper. And I have already done the videos on all the topics of third semester BSc BCA. Links can be seen in the description box. You can also go through the playlist on my channel BCU third sem BSc BCA. So guys, thank you so much. I wish you good luck for the examination. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Dear friends, thank you so much for watching this video. You can reach me at mukeshenglish@gmail.com. Please do subscribe the channel, click on the like button for more videos on literature, workbook, pronunciation, grammar, communication skills, presentation skills, interview skills. Stay in tune with Mukesh English. Thank you once again.